I hope you were having a fabulous day. My name is Reggie, and today I'll be sharing with you the Aussie Book Tag. This tag was created by Knock from Happy Comes First. Knock is one of my favorite booktubers, and I'm so happy that she tagged me in this video. It's cold outside. Like, I would freeze to death if I went outside wearing this, but Australia's below the equator, so it's summer there. Right? Isn't that how that works? So I'm basically just dressing up for this video. Also, I just really like these tank tops. Question number 1 is Koala, a character you want to cuddle all day long. I thought long and hard about this. It was really hard choices. I had to debate and think and make a pro-con list, and who are we kidding? It was a Niffler from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I want one for Christmas. Come on, Newt, come through. The Niffler in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is so incredibly cute, and this technically isn't a book, except they did publish a screenplay, so that counts. Also, it's based on Harry Potter, so that counts. Also, there's basically nothing cuter than a Niffler, so I couldn't pick anything else. Question number 2 is Vegemite, a book you love that everyone else hated. For this, I'm going with Insurgent by Veronica Roth. I liked Insurgent more than Divergent, and that is a wildly unpopular opinion. Question number 3 is Socceroos. Pick your favorite fictional squad, and this will always and forever be The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. I love this trilogy as a whole. It is one of, if not my all-time favorite dystopian. And a huge part of what I love so much about it is the friendship that forms in the first book. Really just seeped into my heart, and I love them so much. That's Ruby and Chubbs and Zoo and Liam. I love them all so incredibly much. Love to be with, except for, you know, their world kind of sucks. It is dystopian, but they're fabulous. Question number 4 is your most recent 5-star read, and for me, this is Lauren Graham's memoir, which is Talking as Fast as I Can, from Gilmore Girls to Gilmore Girls and everything in between. This recently came out. I watched it after I watched Gilmore Girls A Year in the Life, and it was such a great book. Actually really added to my viewing experience, and I think it was really interesting to see Lauren Graham's opinions on the revival and just hear about her life and her journey. And I probably will be re-listening to this book. Question number 5 is Patriotism. Pick your favorite book by an author from your country. This is hard. It was a hard choice, but I eventually went with the Fire and Thorns trilogy. I know it was a book, so if I'm picking a book, my favorite in the trilogy is the second book, Crown of Embers, but we're just gonna say the entire trilogy because I have them in my hands right here, and this is by Ray Carson. Ray Carson grew up in California, or lived in California, then went and worked in the Midwest, and now lives in Arizona, so she's from all over the United States, but she's definitely an American author, and I love her series so much. So much. If you haven't heard me gush about these books enough already, I will link my review of them in the eye. Question 6 is Echidna, a book that you love to look at but actually hurts for you to read. I originally thought knock meant like because it's bad or something, like, you know, kind of like eye candy books, and so originally I had picked Ugly Love because I think this cover is actually pretty unique. And I hate this book, but as I was rewatching her video to make sure I had the pronunciation of this right, it turns out she actually means a book that hurts so much because of the feels. So I have to find a new answer. I know I've already used Alexandra Bracken in this, but I'm going to pick her again. I hate reusing authors or stories or books within a tag, but I absolutely have to do it for this one. 1, because I misread the question and kind of have to shift my answer on a dime, but 2, because this is the only book that I've read that's made me hurt from crying so much. I'm a huge crier in books, not gonna lie. I cry all the time in books, but nothing has made me, like, just sob as painfully as Alexandra Bracken's novella In Time. This novella, if you have read the Darkest Minds trilogy and haven't read the novellas, go to the Kindle store or go to your Barnes & Noble because they now sell it in a bind-up. Go wherever you have to go. I don't care. Get your hands on these novellas and read them because they are amazing. And this 80-page story completely destroyed me. Question number 7 is Ned Kelly, a book that is really crim but an iconic must-read. For me, that is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I will recommend this book to no end. It is a historical fiction set in World War II following a young girl in Germany. But this is a book I think so many people, almost everyone, should read. Even though it's not my all-time favorite book, it is a book that's so important to me and I will be rereading forever and ever. In fact, this is probably, I think, the only book on my shelf that I own in 2 editions. And originally I was like, okay, I'll give away the paperback because I got this beautiful signed anniversary edition of The Book Thief. But then I was like, I don't know if I really want to read this edition and ruin it and scuff it up. Maybe I'll keep the paperback for rereads. That's all BookTube's fault. I would literally never thought of doing something like that before all of this. Question number 8 is the Great Barrier Reef. Oh, such a great question. And the question for this one is a book that had you gaping in awe. And the only one that came to my mind because it's so fresh in my head and one of my favorite books I've read in such a long time, that is I'll Meet You There by Heather Demetrius. Heather spoke to my heart so much throughout this book. This is the story of a young girl, Skylar, who has just graduated from high school and is about to go to college, and it takes place in the summer between high school and college. And in that time, she is dealing with a lot of hard things. During the summer, she also becomes reunited with an old acquaintance. I don't even want to call him a friend. His name is Josh. Josh is a returning veteran who is going through PTSD, survivor's guilt, and has recently lost his leg in the war. My goodness, this book for sure left me gaping in awe. Question number 9 is Pavlovna. I've listened to Knox say this word so many times and I still can't get it. I'm so sorry. And this is a light and fluffy book that you can't help but love. This is for me, undoubtedly, Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. I never thought I would like this book or a book like this, and it sucked me in. This book is so much more than its light and fluffy nature, but I do also love its light and fluffy nature. And question number 10, the final question of this tag, is Milo. A genre or author that you reach for to help you get out of a reading slump. For me, that author is almost always Colleen Hoover. I don't always love her books. I've recently talked about this a lot. I hated Ugly Love. I recently read It Ends With Us, and that was phenomenal. So her books aren't always good, but they're always fast, and they always get me out of a reading slump. I almost always read them in like 1 sitting or 2 days or something ridiculous. Even Ugly Love, which I absolutely detested, got me out of a huge reading slump. So I have these 2 on my shelf, and I'm just gonna save them for that day I really need to get out of a reading slump. That is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to tag Allie from the Hardback Hoarder because I know she loves tags. Tag Tuesday is like the greatest part of her channel. Not really she is, but it's a wonderful series she does. And this is a really fun one. I really enjoyed the questions, so thank you so much, Knock, for tagging me. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, you should give it a thumbs up. And you should comment down below and let me know a book that had you gaping in awe, because I want to read more books like that. If you haven't already subscribed, I will see you in my next video. Bye!
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.